All right, let's hop straight into it, okay? This episode of the Positivity Hour podcast is going to be all about how to successfully make the transition into your new lifestyle. Being that I'm currently doing this is what I'm trying and attempting, and this is what has worked for me in the past. So lock in. It's 2026. It's a great year to have a great year, but more on that after the intro. Woo! All right, now that the intro is played, I want to keep things nice, short, and sweet. I'm your host, Darshaun Smith. Welcome to the Positivity Hour podcast. I think this is episode 211. I'm not sure, but you've already seen that somewhere else. Let's just hop straight into the time capsule, shall we?
Time capsule.
For today's time capsule, I just want to talk about the current situation going on in our country from two different angles. One, the ICE agent, who just shot RENEE Good last week, and then two, what I was just reading up on today, right before I clicked record here, which is like some Hilton hotel owners are like potentially facing repercussions for not housing federal agents, and the discourse that's bringing in terms of remembering back to the start of our country, where the British wanted to house redcoats in the houses of soon-to-be Americans, and how we said we weren't going to do that as a nation. We weren't going to, house the federal agents in private homes and businesses and things of that nature. I say all that to say, I'm not here to be like, oh, this or that, this person was wrong or this person was just doing their job. I'm just here to give you the news, okay? Because here at the Positivity Hour, I want you to be informed, okay? Yes, we're strategically delusional individuals who want to be great, be in the 1% and, live our best lives. But, to do that as well, you do need to occasionally intake some information about the outside world. And this week in particular, this last one that we've just experienced in the United States of America was crazy as hell. Tell me what you think about the recent events, okay? Do you think it should have played out differently? How do you feel about that? Drop that in the comments below. But yeah, let's just get straight to the main topic.
Time for the main topic.
For today's main topic, like I said, I just want to keep things nice, short, and sweet. So I don't even have a super big structure or anything I want to talk about in particularly. This is just like what I'm thinking about as, my work schedule is changing, which allows me more time to work on my business and, actually try and work towards full-time entrepreneurship and financial freedom and just, being the change you want to see in the world. All of these buzzwords that I say often, but also, I'm finally going down the path, what I'm saying? On top of that, make sure you drink some water. It's a great day to, start, your new life. And I think we all could use some more water, keeps everything flowing right. But yeah, so to hop straight into it, I guess we could look at this from like three different angles. The first of which is like what you were doing in the past. The second is what you're doing right now. And the third is like where you want to go in the future. So for the first angle, let's just review the past, okay? Let's review the path we've already walked without, getting too caught up in the details. For me, this was eating more than I was, burning in terms of calories. This was, working more at the day job and not as hard on the business when my brain is locked in the most and I have the highest degree of focus. For me, it's a variety of things that, yes, maybe would have led me to have a successful air quotes life. But, maybe not the life I wanted to live to get to where I want to get to, as I would say. Excuse me. And there's nothing wrong with that. But being that I know that the path I was on in the past was not going to get me to where I needed to get to, it's time for change, which brings us to the present. In the present, we, as in me, myself, and I, are understanding that, hey, I'm literally in this limbo period in between what I was doing, where I wasn't, locked in fully, where I wasn't, trying my best fully where I wasn't doing this, but I'm also not exactly to that next stage where it's, entrepreneurship, or like I have more time to actually respond to people or reach out to businesses or whatever it may be, to specifically go out of my way to work on the business and really just attack my goals like my life depends on it. So right now I'm just in an era where, maybe I journal a little bit, maybe I, just get the ball rolling, start showing up to the gym more consistently, start, trying to talk to people in the business world more often, start trying to find a wife more than often, all of these things and more that align with my goals, where I'm trying to get to in the future. Why not start now? Why not start today? A wise person once told me best time to start was yesterday, but obviously can't change the path, so we got right now. So that's what I'm doing today. But for the future, like I said, where are we trying to go there? Like I said, for me, full-time entrepreneurship, for me, financial freedom. For me, I want to reach at least the second level of the 3 levels of wealth as I describe them. First is like, you can pay your bills without thinking about it. Everything's on auto pay. Number 2 is like, you could eat anywhere in the world whenever you want, however much you want. And the third is you could travel anywhere at any time whenever you want. I think that'd be cool, but I don't want ungodly amounts of money. Just a simple 9-figure salary will do. Dream big. Shoot for the stars, land on the moon type vibe. I say all that to say though that because of my past, then what I'm doing in the present is going to lead me to a successful future. So all that being said, let's get to the actual main point here. Is like, how do you make that transition? Like, how do you actually be successful in being the change you want to see in the world? How do you find success in achieving your New Year's resolutions? How do you find success in changing yourself into the person you want to be? The person you believe you can be. Simply stated, although it's not simple at all, you just do it. I need more water. I done drank it all already. Excuse me. I need to blow my nose on the low. But one take, God. Anything you say can and will be used in the final edit. What you need to do though is just do it. Okay. Whatever is holding you back, it's you. Okay. It all comes down to you. Like, there is no, oh, it's this or that, or it's the money or the time. It's you, bro. Like, if you just genuinely believe that, you'll be able to be a lot more successful than you think in your life. Because if it is a lack of money, why don't you just make more? If it is a lack of opportunity, well, a wise person told me, oh Lord, I posted this on my Instagram last night. Actually, I could give you the actual quote. Let me pull this up real quick. Right here, it's Lord, oh yeah, a wise man makes more opportunities than he finds. That's the quote. And that's a quote from Darshaun. Okay, I'm just joking. I got that out of a book, but but it's true. Like literally everything in this world, to some degree, comes back to you in one way or another. Like, if you're not having the types of relationships you want, or they're not successful, or you can't communicate well, that's a you problem. If you don't have enough money, that's a you problem. If you don't have the resources you need to, level up, that's a you problem. And the sooner you understand that simple fact, the sooner you could actually get around to changing your life. Because think about the opposite. Think about if not having money is out of your control. How are you going to make that transition? Think about if, not being able to afford the gym, or afford to have a family, or afford to, just the freedom in your day to think about your life and all of that. Like think about how hard making that transition will be. Yes, a lot of people don't have the money. Yes, a lot of people don't have the bandwidth. But do you want to know how you get it? You don't get a handout. You go take it. And you, the person watching this, have the ability to do that. You have the power to work a few extra hours at the job and get more money. You have the power to cut things out of your life, make sacrifices, air quotes as they say, so that you could have more time, more bandwidth, more brain power to, strategically think about, how am I going to get out of this hole? Okay. I'll give you this story real quick from Alex Ramosi. He's in the early part of his entrepreneurial career, he was, selling gym memberships and things of that nature to people. And this mom who was trying to lose some weight after having her second kid wanted to sign up with Alex, but he was way out of her budget. But she believed in the results that he was getting for, people like her in the area, and even like one of her friends. So what did she do? Instead of just being like, oh, it'll never happen, no, she did exactly what I just told you to do in this case, and took it upon herself and understood that it's you holding yourself back. She realized that she didn't have enough money, and that's her problem. So what did she do? She drove Uber on Mondays for 3 hours, okay? She literally just stopped hanging out with her friends on Monday nights, still got to see them the rest of the days of the week, and just drove Uber for a few hours and was able to get a few extra $100, a month to afford to go to this gym session and get the information, and was able to successfully lose, tens of pounds, to get to her goal, okay? That's how you successfully make the transition, okay? One, you got to believe it's even possible. But two, you got to place the blame where it actually needs to go. And the problem is you in the equation. And then number three, you just got to do it, okay? It's not pretty. I'm not going to give you some motivational porn. I'm not going to tell you something you just want to hear. I'm going to give it to you straight, Goose, okay? Because I believe in you. And I'm doing this myself. The reason why I'm overweight is me. I allow myself to eat too much. The reason why my house isn't up to date is because of me. I haven't worked hard enough to make enough money to turn this up. The reason why my parents still work a job is because of me, okay? I have not been successful enough in my life, mind you. I'm only 24 and I'm just getting started in things, to actually make a way for myself to where I can provide for people. The reason why I'm not able to have the charities or foundations or whatever I, truly want and desire to give back to the community in which I live in and people around the world I want to help is because of me. It's a me problem. I just haven't put in the work yet. I haven't made the transition. I believe, okay, like I said, you got to believe. You got to place the accountability where it needs to be, which is within yourself, and then you just got to do it, okay? And that's what 2026 is for me. I don't know what it is for you, but for me, 2026 is about the execution, because over the last, 5 or 6 years of my life, especially ever since I've been in college and my last year of high school or so, I've been shaping my mind into a believe machine where I can be strategically delusional and just be focused in on the goal and be like, this is how you do it. Like, let me try it this way. If that doesn't work, I'm gonna do it this way, So I believe, okay, I see the path. In these last few years, especially like the 2 or 3, it was, fixing point number 2, which is we got to lock in. It's a me problem. The reason why I'm not successful is because of me. It's not because of the ICE agents trying to shoot people, okay? There are wealthy, influential people that don't have to worry about these things because they took it upon themselves to make that situation not even possible, okay? If it's not even about race, it's not about any of these things, don't get it twisted. They play a part in it. But if you literally do the right work in the right order at the right time, I don't know what it is for you, but it is possible to eliminate these distractions. It is possible to eliminate some scenarios that you don't even want to be in. You just don't know how to do it yet because you haven't, you don't believe it's even possible. And then 2, you're just being like, oh, it's them. No, it's you. That's where you need to think. And then you just need to do it, okay? That's where we're at right now. Just do it. With all that being said, let's get personal.
Let's get personal.
To get personal, I've been listening to this new DDG song, Habibi, and oh my goodness. Hey, tap in real quick. Hey, he racks up. Okay, let me not get copyrighted. That was 5 seconds. But yeah, W song. I didn't watch them make it live on stream, but I remember it was within the week. What's his name? Blueface got released from prison after his 2 or 3 years up in there. They made that song in the studio, and I was just like, dang, y'all need to drop that. That beat hard, and y'all talking that talk. Yeah, they just dropped the song 2 days ago. W. I say all that to say though that good things come to those who wait. Yes. But, no one forced Blueface and DDG to link up. You know what I'm saying? Yes, DDG soon then forced Blueface to start streaming and creating a different, financial income stream for himself and everything around that, because he wanted to, push his friend to, into the modern world and to be great and all that. But ultimately, at the end of the day, it was these people who took it upon themselves to be the change they want to see in the world and get to new sources of income and really just turn a new leaf and become better. So yeah, I say all that to say, in a personal note, that's all I'm doing, bro. Like with this podcast, with my personal brand, I've been posting podcast clips daily. So far this year, I've posted. This will be podcast number 2 of the year. I've been posting content on the Positivity God, like inspirational quotes. I've been posting, daily so far on my business account. Like I've really been getting after it. Okay, like I literally spent so much time in these last few years where I was just thinking. Okay, and like I told you, 2026 is the year to execute. Okay, so like we're not waiting till the time is right. Okay, I don't care if I'm not dressed to the best or my hair is messed up. I don't care that we're executing. Okay, we're just gonna get after it because we can make it pretty along the way. But a lot of the reason that holds a lot of people back, myself included, is you're trying to strive for perfection. And I just want to let you know, sorry to hurt your little feelings, Jimmy and Jane in the back. You're human, and that means you are by default are not perfect. Your body is always recreating cells and trying new things and evolving to keep up with the times. What you maybe were perfect, for like 20 seconds, and then pollution happened and your lungs had to learn how to breathe this new air mixture or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like you're always going to change. You're always going to be different, myself included. And because of that, just start. Okay. And that's what I've been doing this whole year so far. We're on day number 11. And yeah, man, we just I've been getting after it, and I'm proud of myself. I want to pat myself on the back. I love myself, and I love you too. I appreciate you for tuning into the podcast. Now, let's get some wisdom from your OG.
Wisdom from your OG.
Today's wisdom from your OG is actually just going to be from me. I want to read you the 5 quotes that I posted on the Positivity God Instagram. And I already told you the one, but that was on slide, what's that? Slide 2. So I'm going to give you that one again, but the first one and then the 4 after that. So yeah, if you want to follow me on Instagram, the Positivity God, I plan to actually, post more positive things, reels especially, and do storytelling. I have my content pillars that we talked about in this podcast before, just to remind you what the content pillars are looking like for the Positivity God / the Positivity Hour podcast here. I'm doing personal stories and how I overcame adversity, public interaction stories, like, just that. I made a whole song about this interaction I had with the Filipino woman on the bus, and like how she was like so grateful to be an immigrant to the United States. And like I was like, dang, like you're working harder than most Americans. And I'm just like, this is like, you are the American dream. Like this is beautiful. And then just like highlights and clips of the highs and lows. Okay, those are the main content pillars for the Positivity Guide. But also like I said, just telling you stories, quotes, just giving you, things to reflect on. So for your wisdom from your OG today, I want to give you these 5 quotes to think about that I just posted on Instagram. Number 1, don't complain about the lack of results you didn't work for. Okay. We're going to keep on moving on. A wise man makes more opportunities than he finds. That's number 2. Sometimes it's best to just be quiet and keep it moving. Okay. Best thing said sometimes is nothing. This is a really good one for number 4. Your fear is 100% dependent on you for its survival. So, like I said, if you, fix your brain, and get yourself in check, you don't got to worry about things. Last one I just wrote out. Simple. 26 will be your year. Claim it now. So, I say all that to say that we got this, okay? It's 2020 MF and 6. We are 26 years into this millennium. I've lived approximately almost 25 of them. And yeah, what a time to be alive. Yes, there's a lot of adversity in our world right now. Yes, there are a lot of people who don't want to see people like you and I succeed. And I'm not just talking about brown folks, okay? They don't want to see white women succeed. They don't want to see, Mexican dudes succeed. Anybody on this world, doesn't want to see anybody else on this world succeed to some degree, because we're all in competition with one another. But that's not going to stop us from being great. That's not going to stop you and I from being the example for other people like us, okay? We're going to be the people that can make it out the crab barrel, but then actually successfully pull some other crabs out with us, okay? You and I, we're going to be the people who can tell stories to help elevate people in this world, but also, give them the tools so that when it's time to go fishing, eat some food, they're not looking for a handout. They know how to get it out the mud themselves too, okay? It's a great day to have a great day. It's a great year to have a great year. So, yeah, that's your wisdom from your OG. Next week's topic, I still don't know what it's going to be. You're just going to have to come back and see. I'm on a roll right now. Can't even lie. And literally, I just was thinking about this concept today while I was sleeping. And I just woke up and I was like, okay, time to record. And now we're here. So maybe I'll start planning these again. And I definitely, like I said, I want to make sure the production is, not trash. But yeah, today I just couldn't have been bothered, and I'm already behind the schedule. So yeah, gotta start pre-recording these again, and I can't wait till it gets warm again so we can go outside. That's the biggest thing I'm looking forward to. I want to go outside and make spray paint art or something while I do these. So yeah, a lot of business travel coming up here soon, so definitely we'll talk about that on next week's podcast. But outside of that, the main topic, you'll just have to come and see. So for the outro, I love and appreciate you. I'm your host, Darshaun Romel Smith, aka the Positivity God. I, like I said, love and appreciate you for tuning in. You did not have to give me your time today, but you did. So you're helping me achieve my dreams, and I'm hoping I can help push you along your path, okay? Just remember, this podcast was about how to actually achieve your goals, how to make that transition into your new life, and you just do it, okay? You just believe it's possible. You literally take accountability for where you are in your life and understand that if you want to change it, you just got to do it, okay? I wanted to start a production company and capture moments for individuals and businesses. Did I know how to do it? Hell no. I just started a business, and I started a business before I had the LLC. My business started in 2022, and I got an LLC September 15th, 2023. You know what I'm saying? I just started, okay? I wanted to find a wife. I went on a date the other day. I just started, okay? I wasn't dressed really nice. I didn't even have a haircut. I just started, okay? Like, all of these things and more. Like, you just start, okay? That's the moral of the story. Just go. Don't be perfect. You're not perfect. Just start. I believe in you. And I'll see you next week for another episode of the Positivity Hour. Like, subscribe, unsubscribe, hit, comment, follow, unfollow, share, or report. And we gone. Woo! Yeah!
DSP. We capture moments.
Is the mic on? Maybe if I turn the mic on, we'll get somewhere.
Rico got that vibe, got that vibe.
Let it sum again. Yeah, let your chain hang. I believe in you. I know you can do it. Woo! Rise of fame. When the times are tough, just remember these times will pass too. So make today count like it's gonna be your last, dude. They gon' try to drag you down, but you can't follow them. Turn up with the gang, yeah. That's what mama said. If you wanna do illegal, it's gonna be hard, gang. I believe in you. You know this true. We gon' make it through the adversity and the problems, ups and downs and struggles. Your hard work done paid off. Change the narrative, go buy some Prada. Pick up the pen, go write your story. Yeah, sell them clothes, man, stop hoarding. Go be yourself and live your life. I believe in you, you was not boring. Let it sum again. Yeah, let your chain hang. I believe in you, I know you can do it. Woo! Rise of fame. When the times are tough, just remember these times will pass too. So make today count like it's gonna be your last, dude. It's a great day to have a great day. It's a great day to help them make it out. You gotta help the gang learn how to fish. Should've raised them up, I have no doubt. Wellington Heights Apparel Company is coming soon on the gang. Trying to change the narrative and lift them up. That's what'll bring me fame. But I don't care about that, I'd rather have the money, gang. I want a family, I'ma raise them right. Yeah, they gon' remember my name. STP, GTBC, the rappers 319, we litty, gang. I'm the best in my bloodline, yeah. Motherfucker, I'm the best to ever do it, gang. At least I be trying, you know. I'm not perfect, you know. I make mistakes, I have ups and downs, I'm only human, but man, I be trying, man. I'ma change this freaking narrative on the gang, bro. Yeah, let it to my gang. Yeah, let your chain hang. I believe in you, I know you can do it. Woo! Rise to fame, when the times are tough, just remember, these times will pass too. So make today count like it's gonna be your last, dude. Let it to my gang. Yeah, let your chain hang. I believe in you, I know you can do it. Woo! Rise to fame, when the times are tough, just remember, these times will pass too. So make today count like it's gonna be your last, dude. Make sure you check in on the bros that are working hard, because mental health is serious. I'm trying to see them go far. I wanna see them raise the kids. I ain't trying to be no fairly odd parent. The path to the top seems very lonely. But you know we did it. You know we did it. Well, you know we trying. They trying to drag us down, but we gon' keep on persevering. Let it to the game. You're closer to winning than failure. You gon' meet some people in your life. You gon' love them, but they gon' get hurt. Hey man, it just comes with the territory. When you live in that 1% lifestyle, you got 1% ups, you got 1% downs too. You gon' lose people, you gon' gain people, but it's gonna be worth it. At least that's what I think. Let it to my gang. Yeah, let your chain hang. I believe in you, I know you can do it. Woo! Rise to fame, when the times are tough, just remember, these times will pass too. So make today count like it's gonna be your last, dude. Let it to my gang. Yeah, let your chain hang. I believe in you, I know you can do it. Woo! Rise to fame, when the times are tough, just remember, these times will pass too. So make today count like it's gonna be your last, dude.
G'd up zone. I'm about to get it in, kick your feet up, home. Days turn to weeks when you're always on the grind all night. I got my re-up back. I'm about to get it in, I'll be right back.
Nate, high lows to those who don't know the name. And G'd up, yup, that's the only thing I claim.